Hey party people, welcome back to the Pity Party podcast. As you can tell, and hopefully you Spotify people can see as well as the YouTube people, that I am in my room. If you've seen my YouTube channel, you know what my room looks like. This is my room. So podcast people, Spotify people, if it's your first time seeing it, this is what it looks like. And this is also your first time seeing my turtles, Jack, Mikey, and Bouncer, through all years. So you may see them swimming out and about once in a while. But it's episodio nuevo, I think. I'm sure it's nuevo. Episodio nuevo. And the question is, for this podcast, am I bad at making friends? The quick answer is no, you're not. But if you want the long answer, then go ahead and keep listening to this podcast. So to address this question, what I think about this question, am I bad at making friends? When I think about this, I think about the time of me being younger and me looking up that question on the internet as a young person. It definitely resonates with me because when I was younger, I most definitely have looked up this question. Am I bad at making friends? You're not bad at making friends. And I want to tell younger me that no, you're not bad at making friends. And I want to tell you all that you're not bad at making friends either. This question is such a simple yet broad question, and it makes you feel like you aren't enough or it's something that you're doing wrong, which is not the case because you're not doing anything wrong. People make you feel bad because you think you're not good at making friends and you think it's your fault. Then it's not true. It's not your fault. If you think that you're bad at making friends, why are you asking this question in the first place? Because you think you're doing something wrong and you're not doing anything wrong. It's those around you. It's who you surround yourself with and why you surround yourself with them. If you're surrounded by a whole bunch of mean girls, mean boys, bullies, that type of thing, and you're saying, maybe I'm bad at making friends, maybe that's why they aren't hanging out with me, that's not true. Just because other people don't accept you for who you are doesn't mean you're bad at making friends. As I looked up this question when I was younger, it made me look back on my own self, thinking that maybe it's something that I said. Maybe it's my fault that I wasn't able to make that many friends. And why is it only that I'm only getting used and everybody else seems to have a great time at making friends and making it very easy and smooth? It is those around you who make it feel like you're not. And it's not your fault. If you think that you're bad at making, then something definitely is wrong because you shouldn't be questioning yourself. Someone has to have made you question yourself in order for you to look up that question online. People are shallow. And when I mean shallow, people will always push others down, especially if they feel like they don't fit in with whatever they're trying to convey or make their image look like. Or people will make fun of you, especially if you don't fit in a certain standard based on your appearance, based on your race, based on your gender. I just want to tell you that it's definitely not your fault. It's not you. Maybe it's not even them, but most of the time it's them. And I'm going to be the person to tell you that. It's them. It's not you. But then again, sometimes you do need to look at yourself and be like, okay, am I being dumb? Not everything is sunshine, rainbows, and lollipops because sometimes you can sit down and say it's not your fault, which is true. Most of the time it's not your fault. But if you are a mean girl or a bully or who teases other people, then you do need a reality check. There is something wrong. And if you pick on people just to try and make friends, because I've actually seen that before, then you might want to rethink your life choices. Because why are you making fun of others in order to make friends? That's odd. But hopefully if you're listening to this, you're not a bully. But if you are a bully and you're trying to change your ways, then go ahead and keep listening. But even if you're not a bully, most of the time it's not your fault. This is your time to focus on yourself. And I say this all the time. I've said it like past 3-4 episodes now, probably. But it is, you take this time where you aren't communicating with anybody, or this time where you don't have friends, and you use that time to focus, and the friends will come eventually. They will come when you have yourself together. because then you're able to attract those type of friends that you want and not the ones that you have to change yourself in order to make friends with. Use this time to give yourself a little bit of more love. Give yourself more love. This is time for you to take care of yourself instead of others and changing yourself for others. So how would you give yourself a little bit more of self-love? Then I would say meditation, visualization, manifestation, affirmations. All of that correlates with knowing yourself, understanding yourself more, knowing your worth, all of those great things. And I don't remember if I said this in my last podcast, but I'm currently reading a book that my mom gave me. And the title is Creative Visualization. I'm sorry, I don't remember the author, but the cover, it's tan and it has like a pink flower on it, or a pink, looks like a water lily. I don't know, but you'll understand if you see it. I'm currently reading that book and I'm almost done. Like I said, I'm literally almost done. I'm on like page 80 something. I don't know. But that book helps others understand that you can literally manifest the life that you want through your imagination. And it gives you a step-by-step guide on how to do that, when to do it, why you should do it, and how does this correlate with whether you're good at making friends. Well, by knowing your worth and understanding yourself and manifesting things and good things for yourself, that could be one of the things you want to visualize. And it's okay to be alone for right now, for the time being. If you're fine with being alone and you're used to being alone, then that's great. But for those who aren't used to being alone, take care of yourself in your time alone. Cater to yourself, because you need to know how to be by yourself before you're with someone else in a group of people. There are people who feel like they just have to go out with somebody, or they have to just join a group. They just have to go out, be friends everywhere they go. And that is pretty much unhealthy to me. Because if you think that you have to just go out with other people every day or every week and you just can't go do anything by yourself, then you need some self-discipline in order to learn how to be by yourself. There are people who are like, is it my personality that makes me bad at making friends? It is not your personality, because there are so many different personalities. Not everybody's the same. Everybody's different. So that's why you see like people are like, oh, the extroverted friend like helps bring out the best of the introverted friend, because they have two different personalities and they correlate with each other. So if you're that quiet type and you're having trouble making friends because you're quiet, that's okay. But just know that not everybody's going to come up to you, especially if you don't speak up and speak. If you're the extroverted type and you're having trouble making friends, regardless whether or not you talk to other people, then that's okay. That's just not your crew. You just haven't found your people yet. Sometimes I ask myself, is it something I did? Am I doing something wrong? There isn't a step-by-step guide on how to make friends, because everybody is different. And you're not wrong. You're not doing anything wrong. If you're just naturally awkward, or you're naturally just a quiet person, not just that, but if you're just naturally talkative, it's just how you are. And you can't change yourself in order for other people to make friends with you. Making friends shouldn't be hard. Unfortunately, it is. And that also makes me think about being in college. There's so many cliques and groups within other people that it is quite hard to make friends with other people, since they're already clicked up like a puzzle piece. And what I have to say in response to that is to not be so focused on trying to make friends, but eventually they will come by. I've tried to make friends in my college, and sometimes things just don't work out, and that's how life is. So I've just been working on the things that I want to do, the things that I want to achieve, and focus on that, and the friends will come. And honestly, you'll find your people no matter how long it takes. It may take years, may take months, decades, but you will find your people. And everyone has a place that they can call home. Whether that's literally a house or a person or a journal, there is a place to call home. People clash, people argue, people get jealous. They get jealous of other people. That's just life, unfortunately, how people act. And it's not your fault, especially if they can't appreciate you for you. And it's not something you said, it's not something you did, and it's not something that you can change. So just know that you're not bad at making friends. You think that you need to change or be more sociable just because you want to make friends, but that is okay because it's not you. And I don't know how many times I've said this throughout the podcast. You're not bad at making friends. They're just bad at accepting. So I don't know how long this episode was, but thank you for listening to the Pity Party podcast. And make sure you check out the Instagram and TikTok. The Instagram and TikTok for this podcast is pityparty.podcast, and my personal Instagram and TikTok is at xoxo.jojo. So they'll also be in the description, so make sure you check those out. Make sure to leave a 5-star rating, subscribe, follow, because that really does help me out a lot. So talk to you guys later.